Hello, this is TajaEthereal with the Camland podcast. Shit, guys, say the Cam Girl, sponsored by Boleyn Models. I am back with my homie Jessica Jade. Yes, she's back. We had such a great chemistry the last time and such great feedback, and there's so many different new things to talk about.
Yes.
And so forth. So yeah, like I was just saying, I was really sorry. It took me a long time to get myself together. I went out to run a quick errand with my brother, and we were going to Walmart. And this is so crazy. This is like, I was like, oh, we're just going to go to Walmart because I had to like empty out my FirstChoice card. And he decides to spark a blunt in my car. My brother. And I'm like, what the fuck? You think we're kids? We're not teenagers. We don't do this in the car. But anyways, I make a left turn to go to the main road, and there is a police checkpoint. As soon as I turn, and I'm like, it's a police checkpoint right there, just random. And so I'm sitting there in the car, my brother, and I'm like yelling at him about lighting up this blunt, which I think stink. I hate them. And
your brother sounds a lot like my brother.
Yeah, and he's like, shut up, why you blah 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 blah. And then when he saw the fucking police,
yeah,
just so you know, it's fucking hilarious. The look on his face, I look at him and I'm like, I'm not going to jail for you, buddy. So anyways, we had to deal with that situation. So we're sitting in this line waiting to go up because we can't back out because there was another police car behind us that I didn't notice.
Of course there was.
So we're sitting there like praying, and like he didn't even really like get to hit it. So I made him eat it.
Ah! Good for you.
I made my little brother eat a blunt, and we get to the checkpoint, and everything was fine. So everything is okay. Obviously, I'm here, but it was like a little too much excitement that I had expected late at night. So
and now he's high as fuck.
Yeah, exactly. So that's why it took a little so long, because it's supposed to be like a quick run to Walmart, but because of the checkpoint, not necessarily because he sparked a blunt, because of the checkpoint. So we got there. So the reason why, like I said, I was going to Walmart this late at night, because I started thinking, I got a few bucks left on my FirstChoice card, and guess who shit the bed this week, or 2 days ago, right?
Yeah.
FirstChoice, or their Choice Bank, or previously Payoneer, which they're separate from Payoneer now. So that has been all the hysteria. Sorry to just ramble.
No. Yeah. I had my own panic attack yesterday. It was the same thing. When I first heard, I got a series of emails. First one, and props go out to Boleyn, because I was the first person to contact me about it, make me aware and make me aware of the options. Then I can't remember who was next, but I know Boleyn was first, and then Andy Bill and CMD and blah blah. So and Sky Private, and I still haven't heard anything. It's interesting to me. A few places still haven't even reached out to me yet to let me know, but obviously I'm aware. I instantly panicked because I wasn't in a situation when I got the email that I could actually leave. I was kind of housebound, and the first thing I thought was, I gotta get my fucking money off of this goddamn card. Like, I had, because usually I go every Saturday to the bank and I take my money out and do whatever, or on the weekend I spend it or whatever I have to do, because I don't like money sitting on there for exactly this reason. And this weekend I ended up getting paid late by some weird fluke, and I didn't get paid till Sunday, so I didn't get to do anything with the money, and I've been housebound all week. I've been fighting colds, which, forgive me if you can hear that in my voice.
A little bit, but you're fine. Yeah.
Yes. So I haven't been able to leave the house at all. And I was panicking. And then when I read, I don't know if you read Kick-Ass's tweet, she has $30,000 frozen.
Ah, that's the MFC girl. Yeah, I heard about it on the forums, but I didn't know which one it was.
It's like Kick-Ass, so Kickaz if you follow her on Twitter. And she says she has $30K locked up with FirstChoice that's seized. And I think the tweet said, unless MFC requests the money back from FirstChoice, she will never see it. 30,000. So when I saw that tweet, I'm like, I need to get me to a bank or to a store or something. So I just went to the gas station at the ATM, took all my money out,
and I'm sure they probably charge you.
Yeah, I had
an arm and a leg, right? And ATM
exactly.
fees.
I
Yeah.
had $30 left, so I was like figuring out the Canadian conversion, and then I'm on Amazon, like, what can I buy? So, like, get this money off of here. Now, I haven't heard of anybody else that's had any issues getting their money off of their card, but I still had this feeling like I worked hard for that money, and I want to make sure it is mine.
Some people are saying they
Aside from,
are, but I'm not sure. Like, I don't know. There's a lot of like false alarms going on, so I'm not really sure what to believe. I believe obviously the $30,000. But
yeah,
I've used mine. Made a purchase online. I went and
yep,
spent money on it. Like I said, while like I spent like about like $70 or something at
yep.
Walmart just now. But it seems to be fine. But
I think, you know what
yeah,
I think? I think she had one of their accounts. That's my guess
like a
because
business account, like she was paying other people
or
or
some
something.
or they had like some option I read in their official email that they sent out I think this morning
Mm,
said something about some people have deposit accounts. That's what I'm guessing where the 30K is, and that's how it got seized.
Jesus. Well, why wouldn't? But see,
That's my
I
guess.
like to think that MFC is gonna go to bat for her, right? Like I would think. I
I would
hope.
pray. I mean, she's one of their top models.
Right,
God
right,
help
right.
her.
So I
It's
mean, it probably
thirty
sucks that
thousand
they
dollars.
probably gonna like fight for her. I mean, in good faith. I want to believe that they would actually
Yeah.
do all of that for her. But
I've
if you're,
never heard anything bad about MFC actually as a company and in regards to how they treat their models. I've only
okay.
ever heard positive things. So I'm praying that that happens for her because she's super successful. So I think that $30,000 to her and most cam models, it's two different meanings, but money is money is money. I don't care who you are.
But
Thirty
not only
thousand
that,
dollars is
on
a lot
that,
of
the
money.
speaking on that note about them being like good to models, I do have an account there, but
Me
I've
too.
approached them from a business perspective for like Boleyn because I we were trying to do the swag bags around Christmas time, trying to figure out how to do like major distribution, like how to do it. And I reached out
Yeah.
to several different companies like ManyVids. I want what is it? I want Empire now. What do they call it
Yes,
now?
I want
They
Empire. That's
changed that
exactly
shit up.
it.
I'm confused. And my free cam. So all three marketing people responded to me, and I consider myself the little guy. And they were all
Yes.
so helpful, and they were able to point me in the right direction. Who they use for swag bags and who I can connect with if you want to get things customized. But there was one company in particular, I won't name them, that I contacted to get information, and they were really snarky.
I can
Almost,
guess.
well, I'm not gonna say it, but
I can
they're
guess.
pretty.
I
They
know.
kind of
Yep.
big. They kind of big, but
Uh huh.
they
I
were
know
really
exactly.
snarky and not willing to help me. And I'm like, dude, we're not really competitors. We're just a small little thing or whatever. So yeah, first choice is shit the bed. Like we were all talking like on the last podcast about what people are gonna do for Skype and Discord, and we're like, yeah, stay positive. And then
And then it was
24
like,
hours later,
I messaged you. I'm like, what am I gonna do? I
I
don't know how to get
know.
my money out. Like,
Well, I
okay,
think
I can stay positive until somebody talks about my money
until your
and
money gets involved, like
and
don't fuck
hold
with my
on to
money.
it. Like,
What do they
okay, now
call
I
it?
got a fucking problem.
What did Big Worm from Friday say? Like, fuck with my money is like fucking with my emotions, Smokey.
Exactly. I literally panicked. I was like, okay, how do I get my money off my card? I can't leave the house. I was like thinking, do I just buy like Amazon gift cards? What the fuck am I gonna do? And then
Oof.
and then it was like,
Amazon
how
gift
am I gonna
cards.
get paid going forward? But thanks to Boleyn, I got email with options that I already had uh, available. Thank God.
I got
I
a
feel
message or something. I saw something on one of the forums like about 2 o'clock in the morning, and then somebody. No, I think was it you, or
could have
maybe it
been
was
me.
another model who sent me a message on the Boleyn Twitter account,
Yeah.
linking me to it. And I didn't quite know what it was.
What are you talking about, girl?
Yeah, so I had to like kind of wake up and look at it, and then I sent Boleyn. The reason why they were able to respond so quickly was because like I'm an insomniac, and I investigated, and then I sent Mr. Katie. There's Katie and there's Mr. Katie.
Yes.
I sent him a message like, "What the fuck does this mean?"
Yeah.
Liquefying and all these big words that I don't understand. So
It was interesting because in the XBiz article, the official article that came out, it
yeah,
sounded like this was a temporary thing. And that was the message that I got from
Yeah, that's that
every
PR
company
speak.
that I deal
Yeah.
with. But the message I got today from First Choice was like, "We are done. This is
Yeah.
over."
They were probably, I don't know, who knows? I was like, that's that PR thing, whatever. So I know that the reason why we're doing this podcast so quickly after the other one is because, again, we kind of want to keep people calm and
Yes,
realize that we're going to work through it, so forth, and that let people know that Boleyn Models is actively working on a solution for international models. We can't quite
I know.
we can't quite say what it is, but I think by tomorrow, they will announce what they're doing. They're trying to work on solutions because a lot of models in the program, I think he said about 20% are international. And
For sure, because
international,
those are the girls that don't have any many options at
yes,
all.
and I feel so bad because
I know.
I've gotten a lot of really desperate messages and inquiries, and I didn't have any solutions for them at the moment. There's TransferWise, but that doesn't work for people who are in Eastern Europe and so forth, and
No one
certain
who
Asian
wants to get mailed
countries
the
or
check these days. Like, my God,
yeah, it's basically like if you're not North American, it's like you're kind of getting screwed right now. But
I know.
they understand how important it is. So like camming is worldwide, so they are working on solutions. But I can't quite announce that until maybe tomorrow. And then there's going to be a new rebranding situation going on real
Mm-hmm.
soon for Boleyn models. It's not, I mean, it's going to be kind of big, but it's going to be the same,
Yay!
but just like rebranding, which is exciting for me. But I can't talk about that either.
Well, it sounds like Boleyn gives you all kinds of options, right?
Yeah.
Because anybody, as far as I know, can really sign up and arrange to get payment that way,
Hmm.
and then put the money where you want it, whatever options are available to you. So, I'm hoping, and it sounds like now I don't know that Paxum might be coming out with cards again with another provider.
That's what
That's
they
what I've heard.
said. That's what they said. We'll
So,
see what happens.
I've heard they've already found, like, I don't know if this is true, so don't quote me on it, but I've heard they found a provider and they're just waiting for the cards to be issued. So, and I know that for sure, Boleyn, if you're not, in the U.S., then you can link up with Paxum and somehow do that.
Yeah,
I
because
know
the
it's an
U.S. is
option for
not.
me.
It's not an option for which is unheard of almost because like there's
I know.
e-payments. They don't work with
Yes.
U.S. Paxum does not work with the U.S., which is like unheard of because like everybody, like if you're in the U.S., like we're usually like the privileged ones in the camming
That's where
community.
the money is.
Yeah, but
Yes.
it's interesting to see it be where we're like, oh shit, we're not dominating this. You know what I'm
I
saying?
know.
So,
I know.
but yeah, there's gonna be sorry, like a rebrand. I even know the name. I want to say it, but I can't say it because I was sworn to secrecy, and it was followed up with something that said like
Yeah.
"snitches get stitches."
Yes, indeed.
So in a wacky roundabout way, that just
Shut your
tells
mouth.
me, yeah, be quiet. It's confidential. But yeah, that's look out for that real soon, and so forth. And then what else do I have to report? Let me see. Let me see. Oh yeah, I'm going to be doing a couple of videos like computer reviews. I just recently got a new laptop.
Yes.
One of my guys was generous enough to hook me up with a gift card, but I'm going to do a review on it. I think I'm probably going to send it back.
Oh
And give it
no.
well, it's okay. It's a Lenovo, but there's something the battery is really short, and that's kind of a deal breaker. But I'm going to do a review
Well,
on it.
yeah.
I'm going to do a review on it anyways because I have it, and then I'll do another review on the one that the next one I get. So I'm
You
going to
know what
start
you want to
something,
get?
huh?
You know what you want to get?
I probably would get another Lenovo. I'm a Lenovo slut, and I also like
Hmm.
Asus too. If that doesn't work out, then I'm just gonna like build my own computer. That's another project I want to do. So what I'm gonna
Yes.
start is something called hashtag Taja Tech Talk.
Yes. I love it.
So I'm
Yeah.
gonna start doing videos, like more videos, and then we're gonna have that hashtag and so forth. But those are the new things that are going on with Boleyn models and so forth. But hopefully within the next 24 hours, there'll be like a concrete
Yeah.
decision for people in Camland because Oh my gosh! So, but you're Canadian, so
So what I had already in place, thank God, my girl, I am Megan Live. I'm sure being indie, you've heard of her because she's like the
I
indie
don't know
cam
what it
girl.
is with all my how did I got connected with so many? But yeah, I know who she is. Yeah,
She is like the indie queen. She's on every site you've ever freaking heard of in your
yeah.
entire life. I ask her about
I've
like, oh,
actually
I'm there,
promoted
I'm
her
there.
when I worked with another company that she's on, another site that did
Yes.
promotions for. She was one of the models who I had her content to put it out there. Yeah, she's everywhere. She
She
pops up.
is. So she told me about this cross-border account, which Boleyn recommended in their most recent email. So I want to put it out there to all my Canadian friends. So Royal Bank of Canada has an option for a cross-border account so that you can somehow, I don't know all the nitty-gritty. I'm not a banker, obviously. But you can have a
You
U.S.
could if
account.
you wanted to.
Exactly. Oh yeah, I'm very good at roleplay. You can open a cross-border account, so you can have a U.S. account and then link it with your Canadian account. Makes it super easy. You can any company that will do direct deposit to any American company can put the money in your U.S. account and you can flip it to your Canadian account, and it's so easy. So I had set that up a long time ago, and I was using it for Night Flirt only because for Canadians, Night Flirt is, and I wish I'd waited and signed up for Night Flirt under Boleyn, but I had signed up for Night Flirt before Boleyn was on Night Flirt, and now they won't let me switch it for whatever reason. But anyways, the only option there
What's it
was
called
chat.
again? What's it called again?
It's a RBC cross-border account. So, anyways, that I was able to do direct deposit with all my people, and that was going to work for me for now until I see what happens with Boleyn and what happens with Paxum. But it was an interim solution to get my money this week. That was like my big concern. I was like, I just need to get paid this week, and then I'll reevaluate and see what I want to do. When I signed up for StreamMate initially, I got the Payoneer, and I just put everything on there, so I had all my money going to the same place. So it was.
Do you know about TransferWise? Have you used that?
No, I've never tried it.
That's another option that I know that Bullen uses mostly for like. They're not open everywhere, but I imagine they're open for Canada. They're open for the UK. So yeah, it's something where you can do for like global bank transfers. And
Awesome.
it's another option that's already in place for our program. So, but if anyone's listening to this and you're wondering, like, well, is it going to help me if I'm in Argentina? No, they
I
don't
know.
offer that.
That's the
And in
people
the
I
Eastern European countries and South American countries, no.
I feel really bad for those are the girls I'm thinking about the most. People in Colombia, the people in Argentina,
Hmm.
who I mean, some of these countries are not even supposed to be camming at all. I mean, I don't even know how that all
I
works.
don't. Yeah, I know. Like, and there's like a lot of some of my favorite girls to watch are like South Americans, and it's like,
I know.
there's a lot of xenophobia within our industry. They'll accept them, but they make it so hard for them, and then they give them lower percentages
Yep, there.
than they
That's the
would
truth.
everyone else, and it just doesn't make sense. And it's just they're totally being mistreated, and it's unfortunate. It's really sad. So, but yeah, there's stuff in works. Like people are busting their butt, but it's if anything has taught me and hopefully taught some of these companies is that they need to have more options in place.
Well, I don't know if you saw my tweet, but I was complaining because one of my payment processors paid me 3 days late
Hmm.
last week, and and we've had sites closed down temporarily for a period of time. So I
Hmm.
think every cam model needs to have a main place they want to process their payments, then a backup
Yeah.
for that main place in case something goes wrong, and then a backup for your backup. Now I think we need to do that. So you need to have your indie bill, your whatever, your CMD, your Skype, wherever, any indie girl. I think you need to have 3 ways to get that money. And
Hmm.
then you need to have 3 ways to get paid. You need to have, a primary way to get paid, and then backups in place when things like this go awry. Thank God Megan told me about the cross-border account, because otherwise I'd have to be applying to a bank and waiting to hear back. So I think it's just there needs to be more options for people
Hmm.
in multiple locations, and I think that we need to be proactive as business women and men to cover our asses and make sure we have ways to get paid and ways to get our money. you know.
Right. Don't just be so trusting and thinking everything's going to go well. I mean, it's not, you're not being paranoid, because I learned this a long time ago where I used to work with other merchant providers that aren't as mainstream, not in adult, they're like kind of like little secrets, little pockets of the industry you know
Yes.
about, and they folded, some of them came back, but then I realized, I was like, dude, you have to have multiple options, and your option needs an option and an option and option, and then also how you're going to get paid. Like, I have NetSpinner cards. You can get multiple NetSpin cards. You have your bank account, but if you're US, I'm not sure if it works internationally or for at least Canada, but NetSpin is probably one of the better ACH options to get paid, because it will show up like within like 12 hours of the money being sent. And they don't really tend to sneak around in your business too much about what the transaction is for.
Yeah.
So that is one thing. I mean, I'm not saying do illegal stuff, but they don't judge you like some of the other banks that were closing porn star cam model accounts and people like that, because based on what they thought you were doing, even though it was legal. But so it's like, it's good to have different bank accounts. If you can't fully do a complete bank account, then you might want to think about some of the prepaid cards, the reloadable ones like NetSpin, and what is the other one? Bluebird by American Express. So you gotta have options. Set it up. I mean, just take a day or two. Take an administrative day out of your business. Get off cam and just work on administrative side of your business and set that shit up, because you just don't know when it's going to happen.
And nobody is going to look out for you but you, like, and Boleyn, thank God I got that email. It reminded me that I had that account. It's like, this isn't, for Canadians, the RBC cross-border card. Like, I have this. So I Skyped right away. I was like, how do I switch everything? And they got back to me instantly, and I got it all switched. So now I'm good. But
that's, oh man, I'm so glad that worked out for you, because I'm like hearing the happy stories. I know that there's some people who aren't affected like me. I mean, a lot of my stuff, what I had to really do is I had to sit down and remember who was getting FirstChoice, because I know
where am I getting paid?
Yeah, and I have a lot of affiliate marketing programs I'm with. Like, I'm with Crack Revenue, but they sent out something like 2 months ago saying they were having problems with FirstChoice, and they asked us to switch over to direct deposit. So I just went on ahead and switched it over. So, I mean, the money I'm going to get from them is automatically going direct deposit. I don't have to make any changes. But they foresaw something like 2 months ago. And then on some of the other adult webmaster forums, people are complaining about them. So I kind of knew that something was coming, but I didn't think it was going to be...
Well, Sky Private's been having problems with them off and on for
that's another
years.
One. I forgot about that. Yeah. So, I mean, I didn't think it was going to be like this.
I never imagined this.
Yeah, like, no. I couldn't believe we were just talking about, other stuff like Discord and how to do your indie cam shows, and then, boom, the hammer drops on this one.
I know. And some models have contacted me asking if I thought that this is somehow connected to FOSTA.
I don't know.
I've talked to a lot of people about it. Some people have said yes, and some people have said no. It's just European banking, and however this company is set up, they just, didn't take care of their money, as Katie said. So I don't know. Who knows? We'll never know unless they admit it, that it's somehow linked to FOSTA, that they got shut down, as opposed to
FOSTA. Like, I don't even know either. I just think it's
the timing is crazy. But I mean, other than that, there's no evidence that it's linked to that.
Yeah, so I don't know. So you're all set up. You have everything for now.
Thank God.
Shifted over, but yeah, like hopefully tomorrow we'll be able to talk about solutions and how to move forward, and solutions that will actually help people in the entire community. And
yes,
I think a lot of companies are doing that right now, but some of them are being quiet because they probably don't know what the hell to do. Maybe.
I think and it's disappointing when you see people that you work for that haven't even reached out, and you think, I'm in the loop because I'm on all these sites, get my money from all different places, but I feel bad. Like, what if that's the only site that these people are on and they haven't heard anything? So I hope the word's gotten out. I hope that everybody's aware and nobody wakes up to, money missing that they were expecting.
Yeah. I we're finding out slowly but surely. Like I said, we were talking the other night, or where I had so many people contacting me on the Twitter
Yes.
account, asking me what to do. Models who aren't even in the Boleyn Models program, trying to find out if they can get help, and it was just like I just felt really, really bad because I didn't know what to tell them, and
Yes.
some of them were proposing ideas that were just so out there, like desperate, that I was just like, sorry,
Aw.
baby, I can't help. We can't do that. You know what I mean? And I just started looking at it. I was like, man, if somebody's asking for that type of resolution, then it must be a pretty bad situation. So I think these campsites could do better, where they have other options to pay us. Like some of them have direct deposit for affiliates, but they don't offer direct deposit for their cam models.
I know. There's a big one I can think of right there that
Uh-huh.
I'm not going to say.
Yeah, we're not
That
going to
it's
talk about the one who should not be named, but yeah,
no,
yeah,
but
they
it's awful.
they treat people
Even for
differently.
balls in
So,
the States, like that's not even an option. Never mind international, but for so yeah.
I don't know. So, anyways, I don't. I hope he said something positive this one.
I think it's a lesson for all of us just to have as
Yeah.
many options as available as possible and not to panic. Just
Uh-huh.
and rely on the places you can rely on. Have as many resources available as possible. I think Boleyn is a tremendous resource with great support, and certainly they were very helpful to me in this experience. So just broaden your horizons. Don't rely on one thing. Have as many options
I don't
available,
know how
even if you're
comfortable
not
you are.
utilizing them.
Yeah.
Have it set up, have it approved, have your ID already on there, whatever, so that if you do need to utilize it, it's there. Not You don't want to be signing up when there's 20,000 other people signing up either. So I think it's just being proactive and then trying to find solutions.
Yeah. So with that said, we're gonna also just want to bring up. There's a couple of other things come down the pike, not just with Boleyn models, but like in Camland, because we all need to be very prepared. There's the UK verification going on. Then there's something called the Cloud Act. I'll be putting up, along with the Taja Tech Talk stuff, on the Boleyn Models YouTube page and articles. We're going to be bringing more information on what that entails and what you need to do if you're a webmaster with hosting and all kinds of cool stuff. It's not like all grim, doom, and gloom, but it's just
No.
basically trying to give you guys a heads up. So, like we said with the last one, is like, kind of sounds like it's a crisis, but there's actually an opportunity to come up in this situation if you're smart and you keep your wits about you, because right now, despite all of these things that are happening, the numbers are up. Like Sky Private took
Yes,
off, Streamate took off,
I know.
Chatterbait took off. People are showing up on campsites, even though all this stuff is going on outside our little bubble. The guys are showing up with their money, so
Yeah.
they're still spending money, y'all. So yeah, don't flip out and act like the sky is falling. Just take a day, do administrative work, and get your ducks in
Keep
a
logging
row.
on.
But get your butt on cam and keep sending out your information, your alerts, your tweets, your whatever, your Instagram posts, and keep blogging. Do whatever you do, because the guys they still got hard dicks. You know what I'm saying?
Uh-huh.
They're still out there. They're still horny. They're still willing to share and spend money on you and spoil you. So don't get down and don't allow yourself to get caught up in the hysteria. That's all I'm trying to say.
I have a funny tech story for you. You're talking about
Oh, girl,
tech,
go
so
ahead. Do
yes.
it. I love tech
So
talk.
when I first started, I got a brand new laptop, but it was like I didn't have a lot of money at the time, so I was just like trying to get a new thing that would work. So anyway, I didn't know, I had never done it, so I didn't know what I needed or didn't need. I ended up getting a Dell laptop, which I wouldn't
Mm,
recommend, but it
I
was a
was gonna
touch
say no.
screen. So I don't know how you work, but I often work um, with my laptop here, and then I put my feet on either side of the screen. So it turns out that touchscreen is not optimal for a cam model because my toes would touch the screen and then things would disappear. So anyways, I learned very quickly that touchscreen's not a very good option for a cam model, depending on your scenario. I ended up, like, literally I'd be in the middle of the show and my big toe would hit the screen and then everything would close. Be like, ah! Yeah.
I don't like that though, but I like the visual that you just gave me.
Yeah, it's exactly like straddling the laptop. That's only, of course, for
well, the one I just got a new one. I don't know if I mentioned that here or I mentioned that before pre-podcast, but like I said, one of my guys, I did mention it.
The Lenovo, yeah.
The Lenovo, duh. That seems like it was like 1,000 years ago. Maybe I did get a contact high in the car. So, anyways, it is touchscreen. But it's completely pointless because I hook my laptop up to a 32-inch TV monitor.
I see. There you go.
Yeah, it's like down on the floor. It's like down on a little pedestal. I keep it like a little bench. So it's my first. This is actually my very first touchscreen computer, but it's gonna go to waste on this one.
I don't recommend it.
Yeah, because I have weak eyes and I need a big screen in front of me so I can see everything that's going on. But I don't know. I mean, on paper it looks like it's a pretty good computer, but that battery, I'm like, why am I paying for? It's like a $600 laptop that needs to be hooked up to the battery charger at all times.
That's crazy.
So that's kind of a deal breaker. So, but before I send it back, I'm going to
do a full review.
Just so if anyone was thinking about it, just for cam models, other gamers or whatever, and then on the new one, I'll do something else. So that'll be hashtag Taja Tech Talk, and we'll get into
I ended up upgrading to the MacBook Pro. That's what StreamMate recommended, was the I think it's i7 processor or whatever.
I stream on Mac.
I love it. I didn't know anything about Mac before I got this computer, but it was a really good purchase. And I researched high and low. I'm so glad you're doing that to find, what does everybody use? There's no, instruction book for cam models. Buy this computer. Nobody could give me a real defined answer.
We have a little information, but I want to get more extensive about it because a lot of times people think I need to have an i7 if you're doing Windows. Yeah. And you can get by with i5s, but this one I just got, I'm fairly confident that I could probably stream on StreamMate with it. I'm going to do a test run on StreamMate before I send it back.
You should, just so you can report back.
That's the ultimate one. You can work with the i5. It just depends on all the other components. The only thing about this laptop is the battery life. It's just ridiculous. So, yeah. Anyways, I don't want to get too nerdy, and we're just going to wrap this one up. This is a short podcast to check back in and send some more positive, good vibes and good wishes, and letting people know to just stay calm, y'all.
Keep logging in. Just keep logging in. That's the important thing. Get out of bed every day and just log on.
Just
show up.
On. That's it. There you go. So anyways, this is TajaEthereal with the beautiful, illustrious Jessica Jade, my Canadian cam buddy. And this was, I guess we can call this episode 7 of the Cam Model podcast. Shit, guys. Say it to Cam Girls. And just hang in there, y'all, and you have a wonderful night. And I'll be talking to you in a little bit, girl. So
thank you.
I'll be on Twitter, which I'll be following you on Twitter. And your website is iamjessicajade.live.
My Twitter is at iamjessicajade, and my website is jessicajade.live.
Okay, sorry. I'm glad.
Yeah, it's all good.
I got it all messed up. But yeah, you guys can follow me as obviously I do the Boleyn models. You can also follow me on my Cam Hustlers Twitter, and then there's Pussy by the Pound.
Yeah.
That's one of my oldest ones. I have a lot of them. I'm everywhere. So anyways, this is the end of our most recent episode, and I hope everyone have a wonderful day and keep prospering. Goodbye.
Bye.